Vietnam to extend movement curbs in biggest city as virus toll rises. Workers try to flee Vietnam's biggest city as coronavirus crisis worsens. Flight crew required to be fully vaccinated for work starting September 1st. Vietnamese men win Outstanding Young Leaders of Asia 2021 award. Vietnamese team ready for Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Hello, it is great to see you joining us here in FBNC News. I'm Chuyên. Now, Vietnam's business hub, Ho Chi Minh City, will extend its coronavirus restrictions to the middle of September as new infections and deaths rise further in the country. We have to prepare for a prolonged battle, said Phan Văn Mãi, the Deputy Secretary of the Ho Chi Minh City's committee. After successfully containing the virus up until late April, Vietnam has seen infections rise rapidly and has introduced movement restrictions across about a third of the country to try to curtail the spread. It comes at the time when vaccines are in short supply and only about 1% of the population has been fully inoculated, including 130,000 people in Ho Chi Minh City, which accounts for half of Vietnam's population. Authorities have called for faster vaccinations, with about 1 million doses now being administered nationwide. Each day, a fifth of those are in Ho Chi Minh City, where about 2/3 of its 9 million residents have received a first dose. Thousands of jobless workers in Vietnam's biggest city were trying to flee to their hometowns, many on motorcycles piled high with belongings following an extension of restrictions in the epicenter of the country's worst coronavirus outbreak. But authorities are anxious to prevent them leaving Ho Chi Minh City and potentially spreading the virus to other parts of the country. Waves of motorbikes could be seen being halted at roadblocks around the city since Sunday. Footage posted to social media from nearby industrialized provinces showed factory workers on Monday dressed head to toe in protective clothing and rushing to board trains and buses in a similar attempt to flee the most affected areas. Authorities with loudspeakers appealed to people to maintain social distancing and return to their homes amid a cacophony of horns and shouting as people tried desperately to leave. Ho Chi Minh City accounts for most of the more than 7,000 coronavirus deaths and more than 300,000 infections in Vietnam, about a third of which is now under lockdowns. The city of 9 million people is seeing on average 241 deaths every day. Many people are struggling to make ends meet after losing jobs due to coronavirus-related suspensions of factory operations. The government has announced assistance packages. Healthcare facilities are also overwhelmed, with hospitals overrun and shortages of staff. The government has ordered medical facilities not to turn away patients. Only pilots and flight attendants who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19 with 2 jabs are eligible to be on board starting September 1st. The Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam CAAV informed the policy in its directive on mandatory measures for flight safety amid COVID-19, which was issued on July 14th and freshly amended to intensify the works in the time to come. The directive requires flight operators to strictly adhere to COVID-19 preventive rules. Vaccination must be prioritized to frontline workers, including pilots, flight attendants, and technical engineers, who are considered high risk because of regular contact with passengers. As part of the directive, the director of the CAAV also asked airlines to evaluate their compliance with regulations on maintaining the aircraft control ability and skills as prescribed in the Code of Civil Aviation Safety Regulations. Now, next up are some economic news. The Vietnam National Brands Week 2021 in Singapore, Hybrid Expo on Halal and processed food products, will be organized in Singapore from August 23rd to 28th in both face-to-face and online forms by the Vietnam Trade Promotion Agency of the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the Vietnamese Embassy and the Vietnam Trade Office in Singapore. The event is hoped to offer a good chance for Vietnamese businesses to promote halal and processed food products in the island city-state, thus strengthening trade cooperation in food and agriculture to mitigate the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is the first event of this kind to be held in Singapore with the aim of increasing awareness among the Singaporean business community and consumers about Vietnam's national brands. According to Vietnamese Trade Councillor in Singapore, 36 Vietnamese enterprises registered to exhibit about 500 high-quality food brands at the event, including tea, coffee, nuts, spices, sauces, beverages, dairy and pastry products, fruits and fruit powders, dried seafood, canned food. In the framework of the Expo, an online trade conference for halal products and processed foods of Vietnam and Singapore, and an online business-to-business matching event will be organized, enabling businesses to both sides to interact and exchange information on benefits of free trade agreements, products, and other business procedures. A promotion program titled Vietnam Land of World's Best Rice will present 10,000 bags of Vietnam's Ban Mai Cung Đình rice to consumers in Australia. Organized by the Vietnam Trade Office in Australia and a number of enterprises, the program features a series of activities between August 18th to September 27th, aiming at trademark promotion and trade connectivity. The rice gifts will be distributed via the M Import Company and MCQ supermarket chain. In addition, Ausviet Company will also offer hundreds of promotional gifts of Vietnam's ST25 and Jasmine Villa Cornet rice trademarks in Melbourne. In Sydney, an event inviting local people to try cooked rice using different Vietnamese rice products available in Australia is scheduled to be held based on local social distancing conditions. A virtual rice exhibition will also take place at the end of the program. According to the Trade Office, in July, despite the fact that Australia was cutting its rice import, Vietnamese rice exported to the market grew impressively by 37% from the same period last year. Vietnamese businessmen and doctors have been honored as outstanding young leaders of Asia in 2021 by Asian Youth Council (AYC) for their significant contributions to the community. The first representative is Hoàng Tuấn Anh, who is known for his rice dispensing machine or rice ATM initiative. This project has been introduced to the world by CNN and Reuters as an effective solution to support people affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. In early August, Hoàng Tuấn Anh continued to introduce another solution, Oxygen ATM, to accompany the community in overcoming the pandemic. His practical initiative has contributed significantly to treating COVID-19 patients. Meanwhile, 32-year-old Dr. Trần Anh Tú from the Department of Infection Disease Control at the National Institute of Hygiene and Epidemiology has directly participated in a wide range of COVID-19 prevention and control activities in localities nationwide. He also promoted his knowledge of information technology to offer technical improvement initiatives for raising professional efficiency at grassroots level medical facilities, contributing to promoting the efficiency of pandemic prevention and control. Tú is also a member of groups of the Ministry of Health that are responsible for developing documents guiding surveillance of COVID-19 cases in areas under lockdown and medical quarantine, tracing as well as COVID-19 prevention and control procedures. He received the Certificate of Merit from the Minister of Science and Technology and won the title of Outstanding Young Vietnamese Doctor. Asian Youth Council (AYC) is a non-government, youth-serving regional organization formed in August 1972 to promote solidarity and cooperation among young people in Asia, as well as to strengthen national youth organizations in the region. Vietnam's 15-member delegation to the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games have been ready for the event, which will take place from August 24th to September 5th. Vietnamese athletes will compete in 3 sports: weightlifting, swimming, and athletics. Châu Hoàng Tuyết Loan and Lê Văn Công will show their strength in weightlifting. Võ Thanh Tùng, Trịnh Thị Bích Như, Đỗ Thanh Hải will compete in swimming, and Cao Ngọc Hưng and Nguyễn Thị Hải will demonstrate their skills in athletics. According to the Vietnam Sports Administration under the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the team left Hanoi on August 20th morning and arrived in Narita Airport in Tokyo later the same day, and then moved to the athlete village. 5 years ago, Vietnamese athletes with disabilities made their mark at the Rio 2016 Paralympics when they won 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze medals. The opening ceremony of the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games will take place August 24th night. Vietnamese swimmers will compete on August 25th, while weightlifters will have first game on August 26th, and track and field athletes on August 27th. That has come to an end of FBNC News this week. Thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time. Goodbye.